So you're thinking about selling Medicare policies, but you don't know much about how the Medicare insurance sales business works. If that's the case, you found the right video. I'm going to be describing in detail the process of selling Medicare policies successfully, so stick around. Greetings and salutations. My name is David Duford, owner of Duford Insurance Group, where I train and recruit agents nationally to sell things like final expense and Medicare, both face-to-face and over the phone. The purpose of this video is to give you an insight, a detailed overview of what a career is like selling Medicare insurance policies. So if you're a new agent or an aspiring agent and you're considering entering the lucrative field of selling Medicare policies, then you're going to learn a lot about how the business operates, what the pros of selling Medicare and supplemental insurance are, and what kind of landmines you should be aware of before you decide to proceed forward and join an agency and begin in the business. So let's start. So what is Medicare? Medicare is a government-sponsored program payable by you and I, the taxpayer, to provide those people 65 and older medical insurance, and in some cases, those who are disabled and cannot work anymore. This is a social safety net, in a sense, that has been around for many decades, that provides consistent level of quality care and health care to our senior citizens who have reached retirement age. The problem with just original Medicare and where the market opportunity lies in this business is that original Medicare is simply, for most, not enough to depend on a consistent level of comprehensive medical insurance. There are what's known as holes or gaps in original Medicare that only a Medicare supplement, or in some cases a Medicare Advantage policy, more on those in a minute, can help cover to reduce the out-of-pocket expense to the senior and help them stay covered with good coverage, but not get stuck with a big or prescription type bill. So Medicare policies, we should say, is sold either face-to-face or over the phone. There are plenty of agents that are successful at one or the other. Now, as far as how to sell Medicares, or at least what policies or types of policies there are to sell Medicare, there's really two different types that are the most popular. The first is called Medicare Supplements, and the second is called Medicare Advantage. A real quick description of both. Medicare Supplements simply supplement the gaps in coverage in original Medicare. It's kind of like a layer of coverage on top of the original Medicare coverage. It can be very comprehensive. It can be partially comprehensive. There's a lot of different plans available that help the senior provide the level of coverage that they want, all for a premium that the client pays each and every month. There's also what's known as Medicare Advantage plans, which in short, simply take what original Medicare does and redesigns it into a way that's more closely resembles an employer-based plan with out-of-pocket maximums, with prescriptions, co-pays, deductibles, etc., and allows, hopefully, a way to privatize the plan and use the benefits that the government uses in a more economical way to provide better benefits to the senior. Most likely, as a Medicare-focused agent, you'll sell one or both of these. It's more and more now with each passing year that Medicare Advantage is getting more popular, and there are less and less specific Medicare supplement-focused agents. So most Medicare agents now are both selling Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage plans, and also, I didn't mention this earlier, Medicare drug prescription plans to help offset the cost for prescriptions. Now let's talk about the opportunity in selling Medicare, and it's a huge market opportunity. Really anything in the baby boomer retirement type of market is just posed for great expansion and great opportunity. For example, there are 11,000 seniors turning 65 every single day for the next 10 years until 2031. And then the overall population size of seniors will increase by 50% from 2020 to 2040. And couple that with the fact that insurance agents' average age is around 59, there's a lot of retirements coming down the pike for a lot of agents, or really a big drawing back of the amount of work that they do, and coupled with a huge increase in the amount of pool of prospects that we can help people who are now on Medicare turning 65. This means this is a great opportunity really for a younger agent, or any agent really, that wants to leverage the power of a fundamental trend demographically in combination with a slowdown in the number of available agents to help each of those prospects. In other words, the market opportunity is fantastic. And if this is something you focus on, selling Medicare to seniors, you're going to find a long-term, very lucrative, possibly business opportunity in the insurance business. Let's talk about how you develop prospects and how you develop leads. So in the Medicare business, you really have to develop prospects. You have to have people to talk to, people to see. And you're either going to have to pay for your leads, either using direct mail leads, Facebook generated leads, or some other sort of paid lead advertisement, or you're going to have to learn how to network, host events, do conferences, and generate leads that way, or become an influencer in your local community. And all of these methods work. I know agents that do one or all of these, or one specific one, or a mixture of some. And as long as you're out there talking to people and finding prospects where they live and work and play, you're liable to get in front of enough people that you'll be able to help people out with finding them a Medicare plan that will be sufficient to them and help them out with what they want to accomplish. So when you talk about licensing for Medicare, it's a little complex depending on what type of product you want to sell. So for example, you absolutely need a health insurance license in your states. There's a few states like North Carolina, maybe one or two others, not exactly sure of the number, that require you to get a specialized health insurance license more focused on seniors in order to sell Medicare supplements. And if you're going to sell Medicare Advantage, you need to pass what's called the AHIP examination. This is a federally administered test that you take online in addition to the health insurance test that you have to pass annually in order to be able to sell a Medicare Advantage plan to your prospects. Without passing the AHIP, you're not going to be able to sell Medicare Advantage. So it's something that every single agent who specializes in Medicare, does both Medicare Advantage and Medicare supplements, have to pass annually in order to keep their business up and running, to continue to get paid to, and then also have the ability to just run their Medicare business. Let's talk about what the income earning opportunity is like selling both Medicare supplements and Medicare Advantage. In short, while there's a little bit of a difference in commission payout between both products, bottom line, selling a Medicare plan is a renewal-driven product. Unlike other products like final expense or annuities or mortgage protection, Medicare pays a high renewal commission for life. For example, Medicare Advantage pays $270 in renewal commission for life as long as the policy stays on the books, and as of this year pays $540 for the first time Medicare Advantage plan sold. And if you replace an existing plan, you get prorated the $270 amount depending on when the policy becomes effective. So this turns into a real nice renewal stream over the lifetime of your business in this career. And if you do the math pretty simply, if you do 1,000 Medicare Advantage plans over 4 or 5 years, you're making a renewal income of $270,000. As long as you keep your clients happy, as long as they don't die. But of course, if you're out there selling, you're going to replace coverage, you're going to sell more coverage. You're not going to go totally retired after that much. Most people continue to work something to retain that amount of clients on the books. Now, with Medicare supplements, it's kind of sort of the same, but it's going to depend on the state. It's, again, a little more complex. In most major states, you're probably going to have a payout on commission in the $200 to $350 range for the first 6 years, and then it goes down to a small service fee. There are some states that pay a higher amount in some years. There are other states that pay a lower amount entirely. So make sure when you're looking at the Medicare supplement opportunity that you check what your commission levels are for the particular state you're in. You probably want to know that up front because it does vary wildly, and it's something that isn't across the board the same, pretty much like the Medicare Advantage business is. So what are some drawbacks about selling Medicare? Well, the biggest drawback is that if you're a brand new agent and you need to get paid now, the Medicare business may be problematic. Here's the reason why. Well, Medicare is a renewal-driven business, and there's an inverse relationship to the quality of the renewal income that you get compared to the quality of the first-year commission you get when you look at a bunch of different insurance products. So when you look at Medicare, it's great on the back end after several years of writing several hundred policies, but the first year or two, after you factor in paid leads, as most agents have to pay for leads to find prospects, there's not a lot of margin left. So it's lean years for the first year to 2 years before it starts getting really fun and lucrative and very profitable. So that means if you're in a position where financially you're struggling and you got to make money now, Medicare may not necessarily be the best bet for you. In fact, you may want to look at something like final expense to start with, to make money, to get consistent, and then go back to those final expense policies you sold, which are usually seniors or disabled people, then look to sell them some kind of Medicare policy as well. That's a plan that we use with our final expense agents that see the value in selling Medicare, but can't necessarily start selling Medicare out the gate. The other big thing that you need to consider is the political risk of selling Medicare. This is something that can't be avoided. It can't be discussed away now. We live in an environment where there is a lot of talk about Medicare for all, universal health insurance, Medicare for 50 or 60 and older, or some sort of derivation about how we're going to alter healthcare and make it more universally acceptable. And the thing is, nobody really knows what to expect with what's going to happen with the world of Medicare. If, for example, like Joe Biden's talking about now, reducing Medicare eligibility down to 60 years old, how is that going to affect us as agents? I do know this, if you look at the health insurance world, if you go fast forward or rewind like 12 years or so, the health insurance business was doing beautifully. And then after the Affordable Health Care Act was passed, health insurance agents with six figures of renewal business lost almost all of their income in a matter of a couple of years because the navigators replaced them, the health insurance companies reduced their commissions, and these people who had these businesses set up just lost everything. Could this happen to Medicare agents? Possibly. I don't think really anyone knows for sure. I do know that on one hand, if we get the Medicare age lowered by 60 years old or 50 years old, that arguably could produce a whole new slew of prospects for us to target and help with their health insurance and make it an even bigger opportunity. But there's some things that you really don't know for sure. What are you going to expect out of this? To me, I look at this business as an agency. I recruit agents to Medicare. It's part of my portfolio, I guess, of business that I transact. And I look at this in 2021 as having something around a 10-year safe play or safe amount of focus that you can play with before maybe I should be more concerned with a couple more administrations in that may look to Medicare as being a model for universal health insurance for all, and that possibly having a negative effect on our business model. So I think at the time right now, it's a safe play to get into. I think it's smart to diversify your income, especially if you're doing something else. You want to get into the Medicare world, but it's something that you need to be aware of and think about and watch carefully, because what news comes out and how things look should affect your decision long-term about whether or not this is something you want to do. Some advice on finding a good Medicare agency. The one thing I've noticed since we've gotten to the Medicare business a couple of years ago is there's a ton of Medicare agencies just with terrible training protocol. They recruit you, they get you contracted, they show you a few videos, and they really don't do anything else to help you out, to get you in front of prospects, or to possibly get you in a position where, you are capable of helping people. You don't have much support. So make sure that you find an agency that's not just going to recruit you, but also support you. That's going to show you a sales system, that's going to show you a marketing system, that's going to have ongoing recurring training to help you keep your eye on the ball so that you can continually write business, help people out, and grow your book of renewal streams so you can make this business really lucrative. Again, at DeFord Insurance Group, I'll just shout out myself. We definitely help agents who want to sell Medicare, specifically Medicare Advantage. We've got great sales and marketing systems eligible for you to jump in and take advantage of this great opportunity. So if you want to learn more, just go to daviddeford.com/FAQ and also daviddeford.com/Medicare-Advantage to learn more. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe. I got lots of it that I'll be putting out on a daily basis. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I answer all of them personally. And do thumbs this video up if you do like it. We'll see you next time. My name is David Duford at DeFord Insurance Group. See ya.